The O'Reilly Factor is on tonight.
There is now no question that President-elect Obama is going to change how America fights the war on terror.
You're also going to see a team that is committed to breaking with past practices of the intelligence agencies.
Karl Rove, who helped put together the Bush anti-terror program, will comment on Obama's strategy.
One of the reasons you weren't on the show is because the mainstream liberal media hates conservatives.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. Why would you all of a sudden be banned?
Why? I don't know.
Ann Coulter versus NBC News. Wait till you see this. Miss Coulter will be here.
Yeah, I'm scared. Yeah, I'm angry. Yeah, why me?
And Patrick Swayze, still very sick, talks about the cancer that may kill him.
Are you scared?
Caution, you are about to enter the no-spin zone. The Factor begins right now. Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. America's anti-terror defense strategy is going to change big time, and that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. The big plus on President Bush's resume is that the USA has not been attacked again by Muslim terrorists. That is Mr. Bush's signature achievement. But today there is no question that President-elect Obama is going to dismantle much of the security apparatus put in place by his predecessor. Obama's selection of Leon Panetta as CIA chief sends a clear message that things will be very different inside the nation's primary national security operation, and President-elect is upfront about it.
I think what you're also going to see is a team that is committed to breaking with some of the past practices and concerns that have, I think, tarnished the image of the agencies, the intelligence agencies, as well as U.S. foreign policy.
Now, that's the key issue here. Barack Obama clearly buys into the theory that the tough measures taken by the Bush administration have harmed America's image throughout the world, and that is likely true. Obviously, the Bush-Cheney strategy to protect Americans did not include caring very much what Spain thought or what the Muslim world wanted. Again, that's a tough point of view, but one that succeeded in blunting further terror attacks here in the USA. Remember, countries like Indonesia, Spain, and Jordan weren't nearly as aggressive towards terrorists as we've been. But those countries were subjected to brutal attacks by the terror killers just the same. Now, in assessing the rollback of harsh anti-terror methods, the liberal media is mostly delighted. But there are dissenters. The liberal Houston Chronicle editorialized, quote, "Love them or loathe them, Bush made protecting the country from terrorism a priority. That responsibility soon will fall on Barack Obama's shoulders. Americans will expect no less vigilance from the Obama administration," which brings us to the president-elect's puzzling choice of Leon Panetta as director of the Central Intelligence Agency, unquote. The paper goes on to question Panetta's credentials. The danger here is not just physical. If America is attacked after Barack Obama changes the anti-terror strategy, there is a good chance that his entire administration will be damaged beyond repair. Thus, the strategy being put in play is a huge gamble on Obama's part. Talking Points is perplexed by this. So far, Obama's economic vision has been good. Seems to understand what needs to be done to restore confidence in the American system. But on national security, I'm not getting it. I don't want the New York Times or NBC News calling ideological shots when terror killers want to murder us. I also want to make the terrorists as uncomfortable as possible. Something Barack Obama is not going to do. And that's a memo. Now for the top story tonight, one of the people who was on the scene when President Bush implemented his anti-terror measures was the president's close advisor, Karl Rove, who joins us now from Washington. You know, what Barack Obama is basically saying is that you guys screwed up. You screwed it up. Despite the fact we haven't been attacked, the world hates it, and, you know, he's going to change everything. So what say you?
Yeah. Well, look, I think this was a bad choice. And the reasons being offered for it now make it even worse. Leon Panetta is a serious politician, but he has no background in intelligence work. And this is a very difficult, sophisticated world of intelligence, and you need somebody who comes from that world and has intimate knowledge of it, and he doesn't.
Okay,
And
but
then the
put that
explanation-
aside. Put that aside. Let's say Panetta gets the job, and he keeps 4 or 5 guys underneath him who really know what's going on, what's in play. It's not just about Panetta now, Mr. Rove. It's about what you guys did.
policies.
What
Right.
you did.
Right.
Obama's telling the world quite clearly what you did was absolutely wrong, damaged the nation, even though we haven't been attacked. How do you respond?
Look, I think this was his criticism today, it wasn't very clear what he objected to.
He objects
Does he disagree with
everything you
rendition?
did: coerced interrogation, rendition, Guantanamo, everything.
When he gets behind that desk and has the awesome responsibility of protecting our country, anybody who's chief executive of the United States is going to want to have the ability, in a time of great crisis, to call upon enhanced interrogation techniques.
He says no, he's not going to do it, and Panetta says absolutely not. Army Field Manual, don't make them uncomfortable. That's what we're going to do.
They could say that now, but if you've got Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, as we scooped him up, and it's in the aftermath of 9/11, and you think another attack is imminent, you're going to want to get information in order to protect the country, and that's what these techniques allowed us to do.
You know, Barack Obama is a smart guy.
The Clinton administration used rendition. Leon Panetta served in it. Did he object to rendition as practiced under?
I'm not sure the timeline there. I know rendition was started by our pal Michael Scheuer. We had on the radio. He was in charge of it in the beginning. I'm not sure whether Panetta was still there when that happened. But look, here's the deal. Barack Obama's a smart guy. He knows what you just said. He knows all of that, okay? So does Panetta. Panetta knows all of what you just said. You got Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. You think an attack's imminent. You got to do what you got to do to find out to save lives. They know this, Mr. Rove, and yet they're saying, we're not going to do it. We don't care if people die. And you're saying you don't believe that?
Well, that's why I say it's a bad rationale. If the reason that they chose Leon Panetta was to go in and strip the CIA and our intelligence community of vital techniques that are essential to their success, then we've got a real problem. And you know what? They may be actually doing that, because remember, Leon Panetta, as OMB director, was the guy who in the early 90s, in the Clinton administration in 93 and 94, sent instructions to the CIA for dramatic cuts in their budget, and thinking that there was a peace dividend that we could get from the end of this Cold War. Well, we know now that was a grave mistake. If he goes to the CIA, I wonder how enthusiastic the agency is going to be about somebody who's sent there who wanted to gut their budget and now wants to gut many of the procedures that they consider to be vital to the achievement of their mission, which is to collect information and protect America.
All right. I don't know how rank and file CIA people are going to react, but I do know that it is clear to me from the record that Barack Obama, who will be president in less than 2 weeks, wants an attorney general, Eric Holder, who went along with Janet Reno in the CIA can't talk to the FBI, which directly led the FBI to not knowing you had 10 at least killers, 20 killers in American soil, because Holder and Reno said the CIA and the FBI can't share information. We know that's on the record, yet Holder is the nominee for Attorney General.
Right.
Okay? Now we know that Barack Obama has said your policies of Guantanamo, coerced interrogation, rendition, FISA wiretaps, which are the law, they're legal, all of that Obama's going to do away with. So I'm getting a little nervous here. I'm getting a little nervous.
I'm very nervous, too, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. What leads me to believe that this may just be leftover campaign rhetoric is we heard him trash the terrorist surveillance program month after month after month, and then in July he shows up on the floor of the United States Senate and votes for its reauthorization. I'm hopeful that this was just an attempt to rhetorically please his left-wing flank, while recognizing that as President of the United States, these interrogation techniques and rendition and the other things that he's been critical of in the past are valuable tools to keep America safe.
Boy, I'd be surprised if that happened. I mean, with all the evidence, with Holder, Panetta, and what President-elect Obama is saying publicly, I would be surprised if he doesn't do it. I'd be really shocked. My last question. If we're attacked after he does dismantle all of these things, it's done. His administration's done, is it not?
Look, if you've taken techniques and that have kept America safe and discard them, you are putting the country at risk, and you have to bear the consequences of that.
And the consequences, in your opinion, would be?
It depends on what kind of attack is launched on us. I mean, look, we have over the last 6.5, 7 years stopped attacks on the United States by using these techniques either to get information from those whom we capture or to intercept information that's flowing between terrorists. And if you take away these tools, you'll have to live with the consequences, and the consequences for our country could be grave indeed.
All right, Mr. Rove, thanks very much. And next on the rundown, Dick Morris says there is chicanery going on in Minnesota and that Al Franken is right in the middle of it. And later, we have Dennis Miller and Ann Coulter back to back. Can I get through this? We'll find out shortly.